Yeah, okay. And then
that's cool, so we can just get started.
Do you, here, there's a microphone. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Pascal. This is my co-founder Stefan. So we can start with this. This could be the first question. So look at this. Who would say Gyant? Very smart guys, because you're right. So we're Gyant. Gyant.com, that's our name. We have a very, very highly ambitious project, and so the opportunity that we're after is that if you're sick and you type in your symptom in Google, you'll not find what caused the symptom, right? If you type in headaches, the first hit that you get is WebMD, and they show you 10 celebrities with migraine. So that's not the best way to find out what really your underlying symptom is. And the second hit is a long list of things, including brain tumors. And fortunately, not all of our headaches are brain tumors. So we've been looking into this problem, and we said, hey, there must be a better way, because if I go to a doctor and and go to the doctor and I ask him, hey, I have a headache, the next thing that would happen would be that he would ask, so interesting, you have a headache, what else do you have? He would say, I have a cold. And he would, in that moment, already exclude a lot of things like brain tumors, and he would focus on that one thing. There should be something with that cold. He would probably ask, do you have a runny nose? He would say yes. And by then he would be very much into, okay, it should be something around your nose. So we thought this process, this dialogue, can be done really well through a chatbot. And so we started working on this. We'll have a product demo in a couple of seconds. The cool thing is that once you deliver through a chatbot, this means that you can not only deliver this dialogue through Facebook or through WhatsApp, but you can also do it through SMS. And by that, targeting 3 billion people with feature phones, dumb phones, somewhere in Africa, somewhere in China, somewhere in Russia, who have no access to the internet, and who probably don't even have internet access to any health.
Can we see the example? Let's get to the example.
Wait a second. So the cool thing is that this has a giant mission. We can probably get to a place where we can bring this to everybody.
I think this is very relevant. Healthcare, no one has shown healthcare. This is the most relevant app. But let's get to the demo, please.
So, it's so short, you know.
I know, that's why we have 5 minutes.
All right, so let's assume that you actually had headaches, as Pascal mentioned before.
With a microphone.
So essentially just start. These 8 symptoms actually cover about 50% of what people type in as initial symptoms to start a diagnostic process. And this is based on about 4 million interactions in the back end. So let's start with headaches.
When you say 4 million interactions, do you have prior data that you're bringing in?
Yes, no, that's not exactly. Essentially, we're partnering with a company that's been in the clinical diagnostic space for, I don't know, 10 years or something like that. All right, so what are your symptoms, Pascal? How is your headache?
It's pulsing.
Pulsing, all right.
Yes.
So it aches on one side, all right.
No.
No joint hurts, all right.
Yes.
They occur repeatedly, all right. It's got to think a bit. Still thinking. Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
They get worse in times of stress. Yeah.
Yes.
Like now when you're presenting on stage.
Yes.
Okay. So.
Oh yeah, light sensitivity is bad.
Okay. Sound,
Yes.
smells. All right. I think we're getting close to a diagnosis now.
Yes.
All right. All right. And so essentially now we've reached a critical threshold on the confidence level. So now it's determined that in all likelihood with 80% confidence you have a migraine. So here's a link that you can click on more information on migraines. And we also say that this condition is typically not serious because the doctor couldn't help you if you had it. So probably you just lay low for a while and relax. And if it gets worse or your symptoms persist for longer periods of time, you go see a real doctor. That's the end of our prototype right now. It will ping me back in about a minute and ask me how is it going. So right now it's for demo purposes, but the idea is that let's say you have a flu, it would come back after like 4 or 5 days and ask you, hey, is it better? Because if it's not, then you have an indication that it probably wasn't a flu, it was something else, and it would give you different options and recommendations.
Do you guys have healthcare background or in engineering?
No, we're both, the last company that we guys were running together was a gaming company actually, so we did mobile games and PC games. But
sounds familiar.
Yeah, so our angle on this is like we have no experience in the healthcare business, and which is probably why we're trying to tackle this.
And then stack, the engineering stack.
It's based on, the application itself is built in Node.js. It's running on Heroku app. Database is a MongoDB to store the conversations. We haven't implemented analytics yet. The next step is probably implementing Amplitude.
And are you hitting the Telegram API directly, or using any?
No, it's directly connecting to Telegram right now, which is probably something we'll change in the future.
There's great questions. Yeah.
Can you talk about your export knowledge system, the company you're working with? Can they do images, or is it just text right now?
Right now it's only text.
Do you have the capability to
Yes.
do it? Okay.
Yes.
Is that a plan to expand into that too?
Yes. Yes, obviously. Right? I mean, the richer it gets, the better it will be. There's just some things you cannot hardly express in a couple of texts.
Another question back there.
As a future request, would you cool if you could send in a photo and have it
Like picture.
Yes,
photo.
for dermatology stuff, this is very relevant.
Maybe just for you guys, are you just planning on going emerging countries where there is no HIPAA compliance and all this kind of crap?
Yeah, but the HIPAA is actually, in the moment that you don't connect to the health systems, HIPAA is not relevant. But we will be HIPAA compliant nevertheless, and that should hopefully serve as a good threshold for most of the countries out there.
Yeah, great.
So we're looking for a technical team. That's one of the reasons why we're here. And if you want to join the beta, it's gyant.com.
Clap for these guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.